Alright, meet shields. Imagine waking up one day and realizing the afterlife isn't heaven, hell, or even purgatory. It's a game show. A brutal, ticking timer nightmare where the prize isn't glory, it's survival. You play, you win, you breathe another day. You lose. And your story ends here. Our boy Arisu thought he'd escaped that nightmare. He thought he'd earned peace, love, maybe even a quiet life with Usagi. But what if the peace you're living in isn't real? What if every heartbeat since then has been borrowed time from a world that wasn't supposed to let you go? Welcome back to the Borderlands, a place where luck is just another weapon, and the rules, they change every time you think you've figured them out. Because this time, Arisu isn't fighting for a second chance. He's fighting for someone else's life. Now, before we dive into this chaos, tell me honestly, what would you do if someone told you your entire world was fake? Would you question it? Or would you keep pretending just to stay comfortable? Drop it in the comments, because this question might haunt you more than any death game ever could. The story begins years after a meteorite struck Tokyo, freezing time, shattering hearts, and sending every soul caught in its light straight into limbo. They called it the Borderlands, a reflection of Earth built out of pain, memory, and survival. Players competed in deadly games, and the lucky few made it out alive, or so they thought. Arisu and Usagi were among them. Lovers forged in hell, dreaming of heaven. They got married, started a new life. But somewhere deep down, they could feel it. The stillness, the emptiness. That echo you hear when the world feels just a little too quiet. Because even paradise can glitch when it isn't real. Enter Professor Ryuji, a man obsessed with the edge between life and death, where souls flicker like broken light bulbs. He'd lost a student, and ever since, he's been chasing the afterlife like a man hunting a ghost. But when an invitation arrives for a seminar on near-death experiences, he can't resist. Big mistake. He arrives at a quiet room where 7 strangers sit around a table. One man steps forward and says, "Welcome. Please have a seat." His tone is too calm. His eyes don't blink. That's your first warning. Because when people stop blinking, it's never a good sign. A woman hesitates. What's this all about? The man smiles. Only the winner gets to see what happens next. He pulls out a deck of cards. We're playing Old Maid. Sounds harmless, right? Wrong. The rules are different here. Whoever ends the game with the Joker wins. The first player laughs nervously and reaches out to draw a card. As soon as his fingers touch it, electricity explodes through his chair. His body convulses. A single scream, then silence. The others freeze, realizing the game just turned lethal. One woman bolts for the door. She doesn't even make it 2 steps before another surge fries her on the spot. The smell of burning ozone fills the air. And now, the truth settles in. They're not here to study near death. They're here to experience it. And Ryuji, brilliant, rational, logical Ryuji, suddenly realizes the seminar he's attending might be his last. Now pause for a second. If you were him, what's your first move? Do you play along hoping to survive, or do you fight back, knowing one wrong touch could kill you instantly? Think it through, because every choice here is a test. Ryuji sits still. He watches the others panic. Every chair is connected to the same system, metal cables, electrical wiring. It's a closed circuit. The real game isn't Old Maid. It's survival by observation. The players begin to pick cards again, hands trembling. One by one, the unlucky ones drop. But Ryuji? He studies the pattern. Each time the Joker changes hands, someone dies. Meaning the card isn't cursed, it's wired. He realizes something crucial: he doesn't want the Joker yet. He needs to let the others eliminate each other. Survival at this point is just math. One card, one choice, one less rival. And as tension builds, you can feel it. That slow heartbeat between each draw. The old man's hand shakes, his lip twitches, and Ryuji watches him like a scientist dissecting fate. When the moment comes, he moves carefully, picking a card from the edge of the man's hand. The man exhales in relief. He survived another round. But the relief doesn't last. Another player pulls the Joker next. A flash, a scream. Gone. By the time it's down to just 2, Ryuji and one terrified opponent, the room smells like metal and fear. Ryuji slides the Joker to the top of his hand. It's bait. The man hesitates, staring at it. He picks the other card. And that's it. The Joker is his. The system triggers. A deafening crack of electricity fills the air. And when it's over, only Ryuji is still breathing. His chair unlocks. The door creaks open. He's won. Or so he thinks. Because as he steps into the hallway, a figure waits in the shadows. Tall, smiling, familiar. Banda, one of the original Borderlands players, long presumed dead. Congratulations. Banda says softly. But you didn't win your freedom. You won your invitation. Meanwhile, somewhere else in Tokyo, Arisu's phone rings. It's Anne, another survivor. She swears they've met before. She remembers the Borderlands, even if he doesn't. But before she can explain, the doctor interrupts their meeting. That night, Arisu calls Usagi. She's crying, something's wrong. She hangs up before he can ask. The next morning, she's missing. And as he searches for her, he finds something that chills his blood. A Joker card in his pocket. The same card Banda carried. The same one Ryuji used to win. Now you tell me, coincidence? Or is someone rewriting the rules of life and death all over again? When Arisu finally tracks down Ryuji's lab, both the professor and Usagi have vanished. But later that night, Banda finds him. Your wife, he says. She's back in the games. And when Arisu reaches the hospital, he finds her in a coma, pregnant. That's when he knows. He has no choice but to go back. Ain warns him, the process is suicide. They'll have to stop his heart completely, just long enough to push his consciousness into the Borderlands. 2 minutes. That's all he gets. 2 minutes before his brain starts dying. 2 minutes to find the woman he loves. He agrees, no hesitation, no fear. The syringe slides in, his pulse slows, his vision fades, and then silence. When he opens his eyes, he's standing in the ruins of a temple, surrounded by strangers. Lanterns flicker. A voice echoes overhead. Welcome to Sacred Fortunes. 10 rounds, 10 riddles, 1 wrong answer, and you die. Arisu exhales slowly, he's back. And this time the games have changed. Whose fate? Someone shouts. No answer. Just silence. Then the echo of a distant scream. The kind that sounds like it's coming from behind your own heartbeat. Arisu clenches his fists. This isn't just another game. It's a message. Someone brought him here on purpose. A scruffy man named Tetsu steps forward. I'll go first, he says with a shaky grin. The grin of a man who's already bargaining with death. He picks a slip. It's blank. The crowd exhales. Free pass, the voice declares. Everyone cheers nervously. Relief ripples through the room. For a moment, hope feels possible. And then the next player steps up. A woman in a red coat. Her hands tremble as she draws a slip. A math riddle, she says, voice cracking. What is the value of? She stumbles through the problem. 30 seconds left. 20. 10. Time! The voice cuts in. Wet, I just... Flaming arrows burst through the walls, slicing through the air like guided missiles. She doesn't even scream. The woman and 2 others nearby are gone in an instant. Their bodies collapse, smoke rising in the flicker of firelight. The survivors scatter for cover, hearts pounding. Arisu dives behind a column, every instinct screaming analyze. He counts. The arrows came from 3 angles, patterned, not random. Every incorrect answer expands the kill radius. It's not a game of luck. It's design. Precision. And the riddles. That's just camouflage for the real test coordination. He looks around. 20 players, no communication. No trust. Just panic. It's exactly how the game wants it. Now here's the secret that every Borderlands player learns too late: fear is the true weapon. Panic makes you stupid. Panic kills faster than traps ever could. Arisu breathes. He needs control. Logic. Strategy. A third player steps up. A woman named Sachiko. Probability riddle, she mutters. A coin flipped 10 times, what's? She guesses. Wrong. More arrows rain down. The air fills with screams. Arisu watches closely. He notices something. The arrows only fall where players stand in open sight. The ones hiding behind the temple column survive, even if they were close. Meaning the punishment targets visibility. The next player, a nervous student, steps out to take his turn. Arisu calls out, "Stay in the shadows!" Behind the pillars, the student hesitates, but listens. He draws. Answers correctly. The voice says, "Correct, you live." And just like that, Arisu earns the one thing more dangerous than luck: attention. Now everyone's looking at him. The quiet guy suddenly sounds like a leader. He hates that feeling. Because in the Borderlands, leaders die first. Anne's voice echoes faintly in his head. 2 minutes, Arisu. You've got 2 minutes to make every heartbeat count. He doesn't even know how long it's been. Another riddle begins. Sacred numbers of the Shinto gods. The voice reads. Nobody moves. The silence grows unbearable. Arisu steps forward this time. His term, his fate. He looks at the board. 10 slips left. His pulse thunders. He grabs one. Question: what is the divine number of rebirth? He thinks back. Temple shrines, festivals, cultural lore. 7. 7? He says firmly. The screen blinks red, then yellow. Then green. Correct, the voice declares. Gasps fill the temple. Arisu exhales, knees almost buckling. He survived round 4.